In this video, we're going to take a look at loading .22-250 rifle ammunition on the RCBS Pro 2000 5-station progressive reloading press. In this case, I've got a specific rifle that I'm going to be loading for, which is a Winchester Model 70 heavy varmint .22-250. And because we're loading for a specific rifle, we're not going to full-length size, we're going to neck size only this time. So let's go over the components that we're going to be using today. First, I've taken the time to clean some Nosler .22-250 rifle brass. I've also lubricated the case necks with Imperial sizing wax. I've also loaded some APS strips with CCI BR2 bench rest large rifle primers. I'm going to be loading with Nosler ballistic tip 22 caliber 50 grain bullets here, and we're going to be using Hodgdon H380 rifle powder, which is a great powder because it's spherical and therefore it meters really well in progressive case activated powder measures. So the last thing I need to take care of before I start loading is topping off our powder measure. So I'm going to take off the cap, I'm going to take our Hodgdon H380, and we're just going to top off the powder measure a little bit more than 3/4 of the way full. We've already loaded our primers, so I think we're ready to run a test round through the system. So before we start loading, let me walk through the die setup that we're going to be using here. In station number 1, I'm using a Redding neck only sizing die, which also performs the depriming operation. In station number 2, we're leaving that station empty. In station number 3, we're going to be doing our powder charge. Station number 4, we've got the RCBS powder checker die. So this little plunger here is going to come up and be flush with our white rubber O-ring when we load each round, when the powder charge comes under that station right before station number 5, which is where we're going to be seating our bullet that we're going to be using. We have different variations that we can take on that, but in this case that's how I've chosen to set things up. Alright, so let's run a test round through the system. What we're going to do is start by grabbing a piece of brass, putting it in station number 1. On the upstroke, we're going to size the case neck and deprime. On the way down, we're going to run it through the expander ball, so we'll feel some resistance there. And then as we continue to push the handle forward to lower the ram, we're going to prime our case at station number 2. So now we've got a new primer on the case. Station number 2 doesn't have a die at the top. We're then going to run our powder charge. And then when we raise the ram at station 4, it's going to run this plunger up level with our O-ring so that we can see that we have the proper powder level. And then at station number 5, we're going to place our bullet, and that's going to seat the bullet. We don't need to crimp in this particular case. And there we have it, our completed round. So after a quick visual inspection, I can see that things are looking good with that particular round. I've already checked the dimensions and set the dies properly, so we're pretty much ready to go. So let's start progressive reloading. Each time we're going to insert a case in station number 1. And then as we run our cases through, eventually when we get to the place where we have cases that are powder charged, we're going to check each time to make sure that we have the proper powder level. And then as we get cases starting to swing around station number 5, we're going to place a bullet each time. With .22 caliber, that can take a little bit of patience and attention, but if you're paying close attention to what's going on and careful about placement, it lines right up. When I load rifle, typically I take a little bit slower pace, a little bit more attention to detail. I think of all the time that I'm saving compared to loading on a single stage, and that helps me to pay attention to to what's going on. One thing that you want to be mindful of when you're loading is at the very top of the ram stroke, you want to give the powder enough time to drop down the drop tube. You can actually hear it, and that way you won't have a partial charge and powder spillage, which can be a major pain in the neck. Well, we've loaded custom ammo for a particular rifle on a progressive reloading press. In this case, we've been loading 22-250, but you can use this same reloading press to reload everything from 17 caliber on up to 300 Magnum. So it's a very versatile press. It's a great way to load ammo, and it's got a wide variety of options for fine-tuning the ammo for a particular rifle. If you want to load precision rifle ammunition efficiently, the RCBS Pro 2000 Progressive Reloading Press is a great way to go. I hope that you've found this video useful, and I hope that you'll stay tuned on ultimatereloader.com as we look at different calibers and different applications of reloading with RCBS products. Thank you.